everyone, Baby here, and here's my review of My Girl 2, directed again by Howard Ziff, finally starring, again, Anna Plumsley, Chumsley, yeah, Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Austin O'Brien, Richard Mosker, Richard Mosker, Christine Ebersole, J.D. Souther, Angeline Ball, Arbor Moore, yeah, Ben Stein, Keon Young, Richard Bamer, and Jody Mardell. Great cast, old and new. Veda is 13 years old now. Can you believe it? And it's amazing that while she has new friends at school, these are doing great in her English class. Harry and Shelly have been married, and her hair looks amazing. She did hair and everything, and they're gonna have a baby, Sutton Fuss. Amazing. So they're getting things ready with his best friend, who works with him, in the funeral home, everything. And Veda, she loves this baby coming, but more amazing women she came from. Her mom passed away, if you remember from the, Rich passed away, and if you remember from the first Amazing story. And now she wants to find more about her mother, right? And her and her best friend, man, Anna Sophia Robb, time travel. Like she looked like, well, Anna Sophia Robb was like this best friend. She was just like her. Yeah, and she's brunette and awesome. But they both like, oh man, he sits right behind him in English class. They like him, that puppy love, likes him. And in their awesome English class, things go a little bit better than that poetry class. Okay, now this movie again. So in the English class, who is an amazing person that you've never met that did something amazing you want to write about? Man, we got Elvis coming up in here. And the one and only, astronauts, Armstrong, amazing poets. But Veda, it has to be her mom, who was amazing in Los Angeles. She was an actress. Making it big theater actress. She got it. And Shelley had the awesome idea. After seeing pictures of Veda's mom when Veda was a baby, why don't you see her for spring? Oh, why don't you go visit your Uncle Phil so that you can find more about your mother? That's what I said. And you can't forget Uncle Phil. Okay, last big thing from the first movie. Last one. He noted how your father's a savage. You have to see the first movie. It was the most unexpected quote forever for me. So, Beta boy has to convince Harry no nose rings. Come on, all of those teenagers are all the way down to the you gotta remember, man, in Pennsylvania, complete 360 where they live. But of course, Shelly, no mood swings. They're talking, right? Very next scene, don't talk to anyone in the airport. Don't talk to anyone. Oh, here's the best convincing for the one and only Harry. So Veda, she gets to go on visit her Uncle Phil. Not forget him. Yeah, so cool. How she gets to know Nick, who's working with her Uncle Phil at this auto shop in California. Who's a mechanic, amazing. And he has an awesome girlfriend, and Nick is her son. It's amazing. And at the airport, Nick tells her, he's real polite, it's gonna be amazing here. And so she reconnects with Uncle Phil, gets to meet his awesome girlfriend. Yeah. Oh, girlfriend. Her name is Rose. Come on. His awesome customers. And then Veda, she goes to her mother's old high school. Meets up with her old classmate who's a dedicated officer. I gotta look down for Daryl Tanaria. Awesome officer. And she literally is just going from how he knew her from the yearbook, one and only, now photographer. And here comes everything else right after. Stan Rosenfeld. And her mother knew an awesome, poet. Come on, it's Los Angeles. No one wants poetry anymore. Getting all from all of them, basically getting from amazing mother stories, how she was and everything. But her high school was torn down, Sacred Blue, only one plaque, and nothing else in place. So her and Nick are having a fun time exploring, and she takes out the mood ring. Remember? Yeah, and Nick, boy, if he did not do this awesome close-up magic, we've gone because they're at the zoo, right? And these tar pits, and you got to see it. You get everything else to see it. Tar pits, and hey, be careful with that. And, hey, I'm not going to go. He's kind of street tough. Like lives in Los Angeles, and you need to be street tough even more. No, some things are not. Los Angeles. You're like, what did you do? But don't worry, you gotta see how he kept the ring, and they pushed him to Timbuktu. Don't do that, but forgave him. Yeah, and finding so much more about her mother, and she finds out about another friend that her mother had, actually boyfriend before Harry. Oh, and in the meantime, Phil is keeping Rose while this awesome, yeah. I mean, look at my feet. He is a, oh yeah, he is he's a baby doctor, delivers babies. But he needs to step back on trying to birth a new relationship with Rose because Phil's keeping an eye on him. And on Rose herself because, hey, he's giving her everything. Coming back together. It's awesome. So he protects every single future relationship with Rose. And it's awesome just seeing how, yeah, Nick, he's coming around more. It feels like, yeah, amazing puss, and she's a niece, no fleece, whatever. But he really becomes friends with Veda. And, just how, Veda finds out, awesome, sees awesome footage of her mother and just appreciates her dad and everything he's done for her even more. Yeah, being the right person for her mom and everything. And then comes home, brand new baby. You have to see it. I mean, you get it. Yeah, your Uncle Phil. Man, it's in the family. They're both savages. You have to see the first movie for that cool. Yeah, they're both savages because he has Rose. He has Nick now. And of course, Nick and Veda would be cousins, but now blood related. You have to see it. You have to see this. Come on. Woo, come on. So now Veda's a big sister of an awesome baby brother. Yeah, and just tells them how grateful they are that they both are. And he will be, but how blessed they are, I should say. Yeah, that they have an amazing family and are just able to, learn things and, grow up. And there's gonna be so many what Veda's been through already between both of these. It's amazing. And it has the exact same melancholy, surprising wit and humor of the first coming of age classic. It's just as much fun as the first one. I really like it. It's the same humor, everything basically. And I just love like Veda's a teenager now, in these boys. But like it really is nothing but pure puppy love. It really is with her best friend and this boy that they like and stuff. But now there's Nick and everything. It's amazing. Yeah, how it's the same humor and everything, and now she's older. It was so much fun. I gotta put my first review. I cannot believe how long it's been. It's just the first review. It's amazing. And remember, I'm not sure if anyone else has had like Encore. Like as a kid, I used to have like Cinemax, like back when I had Comcast. Yeah, this was like 08, 09, 2010. And I would always see My Girl too. Yeah, I never saw them. I only saw the first movie 2 years ago. Now this one's amazing. I should have. It's got great cast. It's funny. Great coming of age. I like 70s, whatever. So, I just came to him for Timeless Amnesia. That was awesome. So, this one is so wonderful. I felt like we could have dived a little bit more in the vein, being so determined. And then, this is what happened. But she met some great people, just, coming down to earth more. Like, wow, this is really what happened. And yeah, a little bit more of Nick. Begging, hey, what you doing here? It's real street. Even though he's in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, well, him, getting to know Veda more. And a little bit more of Uncle Phil, helping Veda and, helping himself in his relationship. Because in the especially in the first one, he was just like, "Hey, come on, Harry, you deserve better." But now this is Phil's time to deserve better. Get on top again. Yeah, so a little more Phil because he's awesome. I love him. All of them. It's such fun, and it really does have such a melancholy wit to it. It really does. You really gotta watch it, and like it's so subtle, but it's so witty. Yeah, and it's awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, notification bell. All new videos come out. Yeah, and what's your favorite sequel that pretty much has like the same tone of the first one, but dives deeper, into the characters and everything. It's so much fun. So please do everything. These videos. Harris-Kenfinity.